Now we're still looking at the HBK-IIC-A, but this build is Laser Vomit. That's ear meads and large pulse. It's a very traditional build in terms of just the weapons we have on it. Right now we've got the meads in the CT and the large pulse in the right torso with those really nice high mounts. In the master guide, you'll see that the build I have listed there is actually 3 ER meads and 2 large pulse lasers. And instead of having the meads focused on the CT, I've got 2 in the LT and then 1 in the CT. The reason I did this is because, well, it's for a few reasons. First of all is that just having a straight up dead side, shield side, whatever you want to call it, it's still useful, but it's just not as useful as it used to be. Now that you get a heat penalty when you lose a side torso with the Clan XL, and you get the massive speed penalty and just all this stuff, it's adding up to, yeah, you still want to shield with that side, but it's not like you don't care about losing it anymore. You still want, it's still better if you don't take any damage than if you take shield side damage. Before it was like, I mean, it was still better to take 0 damage, but not that much better. So yeah, that's why I decided to go with the high mounts in the revised build, so that I had the, and also I've got 3 ER meads now instead of 2 in that build. But yeah, so going back to this game, the enemy took a really weird and vulnerable position over in that Charlie 4 low ground. It's really easy to exploit that, at least with this sort of build. They've got pretty much just low mounted and short range stuff over there, which means corner peeking from here and just waiting for them to poke out is just fantastic. I really didn't want to push out because if you look at the minimap, I'm pretty much at the head of the team. I'm not sure what everyone else is doing, but hey, I'm happy for the free damage. The high mounts do help here just because I can more safely poke around, sort of, but more importantly is that they're just so tight. I barely have to expose. My left side is almost entirely in cover. It's just really, really nice to use it like that. Able to get a lot of free shots down here. I'm not sure how I'm getting the free shots down. I feel like I should have been taking a lot more return fire than I did. But yeah, I see that a lot of them have been backing off. And, well, some of them are dead too. So I feel more comfortable moving up a bit. We see a Timberwolf that decides to still not shoot me. Alright, well, there we go. And now my teammates are moving up. So as soon as that happens, I feel safe to kind of get a little more aggressive. Like I've been talking about a lot, this isn't the mech you want to lead a push with or even lead a poking fight with. If you're out of position, it can end badly. If you even spend too much time exposed, it can end badly. But as long as you've got dudes with you, you're pretty well off. The HBK-IIC is not most people's priority target, but, well, it's pretty easy to exploit that fact. So we're just moving around, taking shots here and there. Another great thing about having these high mounts is that if an enemy is trying to hell hump on you, you have a lot easier time getting return shots on it because your shots are not going to get clipped by whatever hell they're behind. Again, we're in a situation where I could be going more aggressive, but I didn't know entirely where the enemy team was. I saw a few guys up in B3 earlier. I'm worried that they're going to start hitting us from the left side, so I'm trying to take a wide route around so that I don't get caught in the back. Eventually, I'm going to be coming up here. I do see it's 6-2, and I still got armor everywhere, pretty fresh, so I'm going to start trying to jump into the action a little bit more. Unfortunately, the enemy team is all over the place. Like, really, I kind of wish they were grouped up a bit better just so it would be easier to shoot them. But I'm still, like, just almost having issues with my heat getting too low. This build, running just full alpha strikes all the time, as long as you have heat, is fantastic, but if you do get hot, you can just stick to those Clan Large Pulse lasers. You're seeing, like, they barely leave you with more heat than they start with. It's kind of weird. I think Clan Large Pulse lasers maybe should be heat neutral, but like if you have 2 of them with 20 heat sinks, which is what this is, But, I mean, it's still close enough, even if it's not quite there. It's less brawling Nova decides to run from our whole team, so whatever. But yeah, I think this wasn't the worst round. It actually went pretty well, just because it was slow. Like with the Clenier Meads, this build excels at the slow rounds, but it does have more range too. So that should just about do it. Just gotta wait for this guy to die and then we'll be good. Could have been a little more aggressive maybe, but I think the passivity of the rest of my team kind of made my own work a little better.